your head, pick up your body, get on the bus, it's time to party. It's Gregory, it is a Saturday night Gregory. Take your socks off and take your pants on, get in the car and drive on.
Welcome, everybody, to Save Our Podcast. My name is Sam Evans. With me, as always, the two greatest co-hosts in the world. We have
I guess I don't get to do an intro.
Greg Stone on my right and Steve Rogers.
Steve did the last one. You did
on
the first
my
one.
left. This is episode 3. This is the podcast where the goal is we get to 10,000 subscribers. We end it in 6 months. That's the rule.
And we stop.
I'll be on my phone this episode.
Into the ground it goes. We cleared this before we started. Do not try to give me shit.
I don't like the way this mic stand is. Anyway,
You're all out of sorts now?
10,000.
Did you have a good poop?
Your hoodie string's weird.
Yeah.
What the?
Well, the one is
No, the other one is it's like
Oh, it's fixable?
It looks like it's plugged into the back of your neck.
not like inherently. It's ugly.
I bought this. It's at in Las Vegas.
It's a really nice hoodie.
It's DC Shoe Company.
Yeah. Can I give you guys a note? A fun, not a note.
Note. Here's how you can improve your performance.
Here's a fun thing that everyone should know in life. If you ever want to do prank phone calls. So I was walking down the street in Vegas, and someone gave me cards with a woman on them and phone numbers. And they just gave me a bunch of cards with phone numbers. And I was like, Patreon episode, I'm going to prank all of these women.
They're prostitutes.
They're
right?
prostitutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's fun. So So note 1 is you can't screen record a phone conversation. I thought that's how I would get them to be recorded.
Yeah.
That does not work. 2, if you call these prostitutes, they will text you back for the rest of the week and keep trying to call you, trying to get you to have sex with them.
Wow.
So it's not worth the prank phone call.
Wow.
So this started with an idea that what we were going to do and ended with don't do it.
Don't do it.
That's quite a lot of salesmanship involved in prostitution.
Yeah.
World's oldest profession. You think you could just be like, hey, I got it, and they
Yeah.
come run it. But these women are, come on, get over here.
Yeah.
They're making cold calls. They're following up on leads.
Because, give me those leads.
Yeah.
And I mean, I called them saying wacky things, too.
What'd you say?
Oh, man, and I'm so mad because I can't remember a lot of it, but also, like, I was so stoned. And I was also, like, pranking prostitutes. I said something about action figures where I was like, will you play with my toys with me? And blah, blah, blah. And they were like, honey, we'll do anything. We're prostitutes.
We'll do it.
Honestly, playing with toys would be a nice break.
Yeah. I also was like, would you come over? And look, I need someone who can run my social media. So just come over for an hour. And if you could just tweet about my podcast.
You want to hire prostitutes as producers.
That's what I thought would be. That was the prank. And they were not into it.
I will say, I don't want to mention this person by name, but we know someone who has like an Onlyfans and does like sex work online.
Really?
And this person was talking about all the weird requests they get that are like not really that sexual at all. They're like weird, you know?
I
Or
appreciate
out
you
of the
not using my name.
I was gonna, damn.
Yeah.
I was gonna say blink twice with Steve. I was waiting for that. Really?
Yeah, just like do this, do that, and it's like peculiar things where it's like, oh, I guess that's.
You think they would do my taxes?
What if I have an 8-year-old kid calls and he's like, would you do my homework for me? I hire a prostitute to do their algebra homework.
My dad says you can do my homework if you're dressed like a nurse.
Yeah. It's like, does that make you hot, baby? He's like, I guess so.
I don't care about being out. I care about going to 9th grade.
Hiring a nurse prostitute literally is cheaper than going to the hospital.
Yeah.
And probably just as good because the doctors don't know.
You'll feel better.
Yeah, we'll
Probably a
feel
better bedside manner.
in bed manner, a manner of
No manners in
jerking
bed.
my weenie.
In bed man or woman, I don't care.
Man or woman, manner. Man or woman, that's something there. We got to dig on that one. Come on, guys, there's more here.
We really got to sift through a lot of merch ideas.
Man or woman. I got manners, man or woman, I'll fucking anything. That's what I say. Next time I go to my dad's.
That's a long
If I have a
hat.
new girlfriend and they go, does he have manners? Yeah, man or woman, I'll fuck your mother. Sorry, don't laugh at that, Steve. It's not for you. That's for Sam.
I can laugh at dirty stuff. I just don't do dirty stuff.
No,
Look away.
no risk it, no biscuit.
That's
You don't get to laugh at the dirty stuff. You
Oh,
just sit
man.
there and act like
I won't
you're
be
not-
laughing this whole show.
To hide behind the curtain.
I liked it. I just
okay?
thought there was going to be more.
Yeah, I got nothing else
That's fine.
That was it? That's all you got?
on manners. And there's your joke.
No, the
I lost-
curtain thing.
I
What?
lost the thread.
What cursing thing?
No,
Can I say this? And
Is anyone timing us?
Yes.
Yeah, we've been over
Derek.
this.
Thank you. And
he's-
shout out to Grove 34 and
He's
Derek for
high
helping
as a
us out.
Chinese weather balloon.
Can we-
What are we doing?
That's pretty
Gotta
good
shoot
pull.
that guy out of the sky.
That
We're gonna
was a
shoot
great
him down.
reference that won't be current when this
yeah,
comes out.
yeah. People are like, what? That happened like months ago.
Yeah, it also is already over. It's
Yeah.
already too late of a weather balloon.
Yeah.
Can I say this? When that thing came out, and I know I'm ignorant of all this, but they were like, we shot down a spy balloon. I'm like, big deal. It's a balloon. It's not a plane.
What's it getting?
It's a child's toy.
You know
Yeah.
what TikTok is doing to us?
Yeah, yeah.
It knows which way my penis curves. The weather balloons looks at the top of my house. Yeah, enjoy yourself.
I know because I tried out the reverse penis curve filter. I want to point this out.
Yeah?
And it's
I gotta tell you, that was wonderful.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
I'm giving you a bell that I love that bit.
I love bells.
this chair is here for no reason now because we
Yeah.
had bells on it. I'm gonna you fill
Throw
the-
it through the window.
throw it through.
Throw it through the window as if. Throw it through the window as if it's a pizza shop in a Spike Lee movie.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, do the right thing.
Do the right thing. Sam said.
Oh,
You've never.
Never seen
I
it?
haven't seen Do the Right Thing.
He doesn't watch movies.
I'm too busy doing it.
Steve, you are so disgustingly white. Sometimes.
And racist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're a bad guy.
I saw You People last night. It was good.
What?
I was just outside on the street.
You people kill me. Weather balloon?
That's it. We shot it down.
Yeah.
But I think we're of the
Right.
same opinion. It's like, who gives a
What
shit?
segments are you guys going to bring to save our podcast today?
Well, I believe Greg.
Oh yeah, let's start off with it.
Do you want now?
What?
Greg left us some voicemails a few weeks ago now. Yeah, a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago.
And
That's not
does
for
it matter
mass
what
cons-
order?
That's not for mass consumption. That was a private message I said to you.
Well, I want to play this on the air here. I hope that's okay with you.
This is
Now,
going to end the
Do you want to
podcast.
give us any backstory, or
No, I don't want you to play these messages. They were private messages I called for you.
we just think it'd be really funny?
That's not right. This is going
Make
to
sure
be
your
trouble.
volume's up.
Yeah.
Grampy.
Shut up. I'm gonna block you if you teach me how to do it.
I still like to leave messages, and I kind of don't remember what I...
You talk about this Sam problem.
Pause it. Put the speaker to the microphone, not the screen.
I
You just
did.
did
I
this.
put this- I
you
did this.
Yeah, look what he's doing. The speaker's here.
That's what this is.
You
it's
did
right
this.
here.
No, you do this.
No, you hold it up like
What a
this.
maniac. What are you, an 80-year-old woman who's...
I am.
Okay, we need to talk about this Sam problem. The big,
No, you're.
the big.
Hit pause.
It's coming out of this end.
No, it comes out of the. But
pause.
if you've got it, on
I'm
the-
telling you, I hear it coming out of this
Oh, also,
end.
do you have headphones? It's picking up? Ask Derek if it's picking up. All right,
Yeah,
start
yeah.
it over.
So, Derek, to be clear, it's been picking up the entire time, every single time.
You know why? Because I don't have my headphones
I just
on,
want
because-
to let's play back the tape of
No
you
one
guys insulting me and me actually being right the whole time.
Okay. We might need headphones, though. You
Just
think-
play it.
All right, just play it.
I've been trying. I got to get out of it and do it again. All right.
Okay, we need to talk about this Sam problem. The big, the big gorilla in the room. Yeah, the guy's got COVID. Second day on the podcast. Please, let me tell you, this is a power move. This is a power move, and I won't have it. I will not have him just throwing around his weight, okay? I didn't have anything to do today. What if I did have something to do today? Well, I did have something to do with a podcast. We couldn't do it, so it freed up my day, and I actually had a great time. And that's beyond the point. This guy is playing monkey games. And I don't want, we can't have no monkey games going on. So that's why I'm calling you. I got to get you on my side, right? Because as we know, every podcast eventually splinters off in 2 versus 1. And I need Steve on my side, okay? Because when the shit goes down, can't have this guy, Mr. COVID, fucking ruining our $1 billion idea. Anyway, call me back. Secret allegiance to Stephen Gregg for life.
Man, now it's too bad none of that picked up, but
You got something you want to say to me?
wait, was
That's
I
not
not
my
supposed to
voice.
play that?
No, that's what I was saying.
Hold
it was
on.
a private message.
Before I do anything else.
It was a private message for... It was a private message for you, Steve.
Well, fucking hurt my feelings. Trying to 2 versus 1.
That's clearly a fake. Clearly a fake. Clearly a fake. I don't know what to say.
You know, how about fucking? I'm sorry.
I'm
for
just glad that
spamming
you're
you.
not calling Sam behind my back and doing anything like that.
Well, I hate to say it, Steve, but I also have a voicemail.
Oh my God!
Okay. And maybe if you
Clearly-
pay,
If you need help on how to put it
no,
to the
maybe if you
microphone, let
pay
me.
attention. You'll learn how to actually play a voicemail. Huh?
You need help?
Hey, Sam, it's Greg. Hope you're feeling better. Sorry about the COVID, man. But we got to talk about the big Steve problem we got in the room. Yeah, man. Big old massive gorilla looking right at us. First of all, you have COVID? This guy didn't even like or respond to the tweet? That's a cold-hearted move. Yeah, this guy didn't say anything. And I'm looking at that. I'm like, this is a power move. This guy is trying to play us against each other. He lets you think that he doesn't even care about your COVID, and then you're just in your head thinking like, fuck, like, I'm so sorry, you didn't know. Dude, it doesn't, you can't control those kind of things, man. It's a sickness that's going around, and you can't be contaminated. People, I have a kid. You can't be getting me sick. That guy should have called you. That guy should have left a message and been like, hey, like, I hope you're feeling better. But he didn't even respond. I don't even think he said get better. Anyway, look, I'm just saying, in every podcast, people splinter off, okay? It's always 2 versus 1. That's why I'm saying, you got to come on Team Greg, all right? Team Allegiance, Greg and Sam, all right? Steve is, this guy's he's a manipulator, all right? He's a manipulator, and he's going to try to manipulate you. That's why we need to stay strong, okay? We can't have this guy bullying us around, not even caring about your COVID, all right? So, just something to think about. All right. Allegiance of Greg and Sam for life. Talk to you later, buddy. Feel better.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Man.
I don't know if it's that fucked up because I also got a voicemail.
You got a voicemail too?
I also got one.
Man, this bit just keeps going.
Hey, Greg, it's you. Just remember, these guys are coming after you. All right? Stay strong. All right? Steve and Sam, they've clearly got something going on. All right? They've clearly formed an alliance. They're going to try to beat you out of this. All right? They're going to try to take all your money, take all your fans. They're going to try to get all the laughs, all the talk time. You can't let that happen. That's why you need to team up with you, okay? You need to be on your own side, all right? These guys are animals, manipulators, takers. They're coming, all right? They want everything you have. They're gonna turn around. They're gonna have Calvin on their shoulders, and you got a new kid coming. 2 podcast partners, 2 kids. That's 1 each. They're definitely coming for you. So that's why I am letting you know that you and I should form an alliance, okay? This way, when they come for you, we team up on them, all right? Team Greg and Greg, we got this. All right, talk to you later. Oh, pick up milk. All right, bye.
Look, lot to be said there. 1, you guys are clearly against me. 2, yes, that bit went on way too long. Those voicemails should have been way shorter. 3, I took a risk. What do you want me to do?
I think it was very funny, but I will say I'm the only one that put the part where it's coming out of the ear to the microphone.
No, it doesn't come out of the ear. It comes out of speaker.
It comes out of the ear.
It comes out of the speaker at the bottom if you select speaker option.
Well,
You
I
idiot.
did.
Anyway, should we cut that whole thing out of the podcast?
No, I think it's very funny.
No, it's good.
I took a risk, and they were very long because I was very stoned.
I thought it was good.
Greg stoned.
I don't know if I even want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I don't either.
I took a big swing.
Can I tell you something right
Yeah.
now? In between, little peek behind the curtain, we're
Mhm.
recording 2 in a row, and in between podcast number 1, you were like, I gotta take a quick poop. And I was like, really?
Yeah.
No, coffee doesn't have to make me poop. I had to shit so bad.
It's a
right now.
diuretic.
Yeah, I know. Normally it's not that
My
bad
cousin's
for me.
diuretic.
I'm really
pre-diuretic.
sorry. Hey, it's not killing you. You live with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, why don't
Yeah.
you take a poop and we'll do our segment called Sam's Pooping and me and Greg talk.
Yeah, I'll do an ad.
You'll do an ad?
Well, with Steve.
You got a poop?
You guys,
I
seem-
am-
You
we-
just
I gotta
seem
ring this
so
bell.
ready to get me out of here.
No, I'm worried about your poop.
That'll be fine. I can hold it.
All right.
If I need to go, I'll go.
I have to ring the bell. I am so in my head about that stupid bit.
No, it is
Oh.
funny. Stop.
It was really funny.
Hear that quietness in this room? Anyway, if we had headphones, it'd be going better. It's Derek's fault.
We'll have them next time. We'll have headphones next time.
Well, Rob said we could have them, and I said no, we don't need them.
But they're the board's across the room.
Yeah, get an extender. I'll get an extender. Also, I have headphones and extenders.
But I don't think the equipment talk's boring, right?
Yeah, it's just me
Soundboarding.
It's me soundboarding. That was pretty good. Me looking for an excuse to not hate myself for this stupid voicemail bit.
I think the voicemail bit's great.
What about the
Sound? All right. Share your.
Don't do the
Don't go Gooselini.
That's it. No, it's a separate episode.
Really? It's a callback. It's a callback.
Callback time.
I got Manny Duck hats. He's Gooselini selling Goobalinis. If this is your first time tuning in,
I can't believe that of the two bits, you're like, I'm self-conscious about that voicemail bit.
Let me tell you, I don't know much, but I know Gooselini and Mussolini, the hat salesman selling Goobalinis. That's gold, Jerry. Right? How long has this thing? How long have we been going on here? We need some ideas. This week's episode. Oh, first of all, real quick, an aside. We did say last week that we will read the best.
Yes, I made a mistake in forgetting that we're recording
2 in
another
a
one
row.
before.
As I was saying,
We'll read your shit on the 4th episode. All right? Get the fuck over it. All
we're
right?
going to read them on the next episode.
Yeah.
Because,
if we don't record another one before we start releasing.
oh, right. Right.
No, we got 3. That's a good crop.
3 is a good to go.
Yeah.
We got 3 in.
3.
We released these into the wild.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because if you record 4 or 5, what'll happen is fate will play its devilish hand, and I'll be dead. And then these will be released as posthumously, and I don't want that.
Right.
So we can only have 3. Because if you have too many, God will say, "Oh, look, now I got to kill somebody in the podcast," and so to make it more romantic. Is everyone just sleeping now? What's happening?
No, I got to be honest. I'm very in my head because I in between the podcast episodes, I realized my girlfriend had FaceTimed me at 7:30 in the morning, which
Yeah?
is like a disturbing
Have
time.
you talked to her since?
No.
Does she work at 7?
Should we, as a
She
bit,
wakes up early. No, not
should
as
we
a bit.
call her?
I am not calling her as a bit.
as
No.
a bit?
No.
As a bit?
No.
Could I ever tell you about what we did as a bit on my podcast? I think it was a Red Dude Cast. We called a fan. He called me, and he said, "Call me on the podcast." So I called him back on the podcast, and I'm literally like, "Hey, what are you doing, man?" And he goes, "I'm in the hospital with my mother." And I went, "What?" And his mother literally died, I don't know, 45 minutes later. Oh, God. That's a bit. That's a bit. That's a T-shirt. That's a bit is a T-shirt.
Greg, are you lying?
I know. I promise
Wow.
you. Yeah. They was
Wow.
telling me. Yeah. Swear to God. Brendan and Anthony are sitting there going, "Oh my God." And he was like, "Yeah, my mom had a heart attack. And we're just kind of in the hospital." I'm like, "Oh, so how's, all right."
What's your favorite
And-
smell?
but he was still kind of like, "No, but how's it going?" Like he kept he still was excited to be on the podcast. And I was
That's
like,
kind of sweet.
yeah, he's a
That
great
is
guy.
sweet.
Yeah, that's a bit as a T-shirt. Should we make more merch? That's a bit. That's a bit.
I don't know.
It's a T-shirt that says "That's a bit," and it's an arrow pointing to my penis.
Why did you point to the side, though?
Because it's curved, like on my TikTok videos. TikTok knows. That's a callback. Should we get a callback phone, a fake phone?
Sometimes, I think right now you sound like a parrot that's learned 4 sentences.
A callback phone is funny.
Parrots are the best at callbacks. We get
My father is killer at callbacks.
Are you calling your father a parrot?
What?
I said parrots are the best at callbacks.
I thought you said parents.
Oh, that's a common mistake.
But you're saying your
Yeah, I
dad
always give
is
my
good
mom
at
crackers.
callbacks?
Yeah, parents are always like, "Wah, lady's a bitch," and I'm like, "Call back." He says it all the time.
That might be the worst part about Alzheimer's. You don't have the strength to do callbacks anymore. You know
That's what
Yeah.
most doctors say. You're going to lose your ability.
To do callbacks.
that and who your wife is,
You're not
but
going to
mostly the callbacks.
You're going to try to molest your daughter because you're going to think she's your wife when she was younger. And also, you won't be able to call back.
And they're like, "Oh my God, I can't call back."
You're like, also that thing about your daughter. You're like, yeah, whatever.
All right, someone buy us a fake phone.
We'll hang it up here.
Yes. For the callback bit.
That's funny.
Yeah, the callback phone bit.
That's good. That'll be fun for you both to be able to reach it.
We'll get you a third phone, Steve. Stop whining.
Oh God, we got you your own bell. All right, shut up.
Is this the first bad episode because of that stupid thing
No,
I did?
it's good. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you again.
Yeah.
It was a good bit.
What if I ring the bell? Will you tell me again if I ring the bell?
I'm not going to tell you again.
How stern he is.
Because that's how much I believe in the bit.
Okay, all right.
Let me say this. That's 2 episodes in a row. You have burped mid-sentence.
Maybe I have a body issue.
About it. Yeah, just gas.
Yeah, just go.
So what are we bringing here to save our...
How are we going to save it this week?
Let me ask you this, and I am doing this as a bit, or I'm trying this as a bit, but does this track to you guys? Do you ever fart and you go, oh, that was my mom, or that was my dad? You like,
smell a fart and you go, that smells like my grandmother.
not even the smell, but I think also the sound and the way it comes out. Like, you're just like, that's how my mom used to fart, or that's how my dad used to fart.
I promise you.
What happened? Well, before the accident.
I can't believe you're saying this.
Before they poop themselves.
I'll fart sometimes and I go, that smells like my grandmother who died in 91 and I miss her. I will smell a fart and then
It
get
takes you
nostalgic
back
and
to your
feel sad.
grandma.
Yes.
Did I eat my dead grandma?
Sometimes I get some nostalgic for my dead grandmother whom I love
I miss my grandma.
and I smell her.
Both of them.
Don't even get into death, bro. I've been thinking a lot lately.
You brought death up.
Are both your grandmas dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine too.
I got one
Mine
grandparent
too.
left.
Really? Mm-hmm. You're lucky then.
I'm very lucky, and I love him. He's great.
What's his name?
Grandpa.
Hey, you know what this bell says?
How you doing?
Ring for Grandpa.
Grandpa Rogers.
I got to tell you, that's a clip.
Sam, we can never ring this bell because our grandma and grandpa, they are passed with the wind.
That's right.
All your grandparents are gone?
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
This
While I
podcast should
am
be called
glad-
Save My Grandpa.
While I
Yeah, we
am
said
glad that
40
you
years
got
ago.
the bell, how horrendous of a way is it to summon your grandma?
Yeah.
Like your grandma's a servant and you're like, grandma. Like, that's fucking terrible.
Horrible.
Yeah.
And they're old as hell.
Yeah.
I think we're running out of bodily functions for you to have.
Yeah. Piss all over this microphone.
Pretty soon you're going to crap your pants and that'll be the end of the pod.
Oh.
Is that it?
We've covered everything.
No. Oh, I have the idea. Check this. All right. So last week, tweet. It was tweet, tell 2 people somehow. I want to get going like a Baba Booey thing. You know, call in a radio show. Well, we need a sound because Baba Booey, you know Baba Booey, Howard
Yeah,
Stern.
yeah.
You go, it'd be like, Columbine, and like Baba Booey, and then they would do that. Someone would always do that.
That was funny when Wolf Blitzer did that.
Columbine.
Yeah, it was my favorite. Baba Booey. People would always show up. Those were the best. They'd be like on the news. We got to get you to. We need a Baba Booey call sign.
I think we already got it. It's
Say
Goobalini.
Goosalini.
Goobalini.
What about
Goobalini.
Shitty Nine? I
Huh?
like Shitty Nine.
Yeah, but Goobalini, Goosalini, Goosalini or Mussolini, Goosalini, Goobalini.
Shitty 9 or Shinny 9?
Shitty
Shitty
Nine.
Nine is fun, but that's how we express love. I'm
Yeah.
going to say this. This is my bit. I'm going to say, call in a radio show or a podcast. Do whatever you got to do, and at the end, just go, Goosalini, Goobalini. It's so fun to say. Goosalini, Goobalini? Or on a news thing.
On a
Or,
news thing.
or if you don't want to call them, call your mom, record calling your mom, and hey, see you later, mom. Goobalini, Goosalini. That's your call off.
Yeah.
Then send us stuff.
You know what? I'll do you one better. Put it
Okay.
in an obituary.
Oh my God. That's for the gold chain.
That's what they got to do for a gold chain?
The best one gets a gold chain.
Sacrifice your father's
The best
dignity.
the best way you sneak in Goosalini Goobalini gets a gold chain. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Best Goobalini Goosalini gets a gold chain. And 1 month free subscription to my OnlyFans. I'm starting an OnlyFans.
What are you going to put on there?
My penis.
That's
really.
not very
Watch the
creative.
curve
What
of
are you going to do with it?
What?
What are you going to do with it? It's about creativity.
Well, I want to do. I want to finish sentences. So I'll be like, you know how OnlyFans is like they start to take their clothes off, but you pay, then you see the boobs. I'm gonna go. I went to the store yesterday, and then it's like for $18.99 you can hear the rest of the story. And then it's like, yeah, and I bought some milk. It's kind of like boring because that's the same thing with OnlyFans too. It's never as good as you expect. And now you're in debt, and your wife is like, "What's this charge?" And I'm like, it's like the charge is how much I pay for you not to have sex with me. Because if you had sex with me, I wouldn't be paying on OnlyFans, and I wouldn't be sleeping around with. I'm not doing so great, boys. I think my marriage is in danger.
Wait, that's not sleeping around.
What?
Paying for a website to look at boobs.
No, but
That's not sleeping around, is it?
no. I'm talking about that. Like,
I'm asking for a guy that's about to get married.
No, my wife's cool with anything she doesn't know about.
That is a shirt.
She's pretty progressive,
Yeah.
you know?
She has no idea how progressive she is.
I just listening to my podcast, so I'm good. I always wondered if she'd hear this and go like, please don't say those things.
Yeah.
It's so great having a wife who is sweet and loves you and does not give a shit about your comedy at all.
Yeah.
She knows nothing about the crazy things I say. I wonder if I'd get in trouble. I mean, they're bits.
Yeah, my wife is like, man, those are some really good new jokes. I'm like, I've been telling those for years.
Does that hurt a little?
What?
Does that hurt?
No, we just don't work together all the time, so I didn't expect to explain this bit.
No, but I never thought about that. Like
There's times she hasn't watched my comedy, and then she's like, that's a lot of good stuff, and then it's all old.
yeah.
I have to do it. I have to go poop.
Go
So
poop.
sorry.
Well, I'm
Are
going to
you
talk to Steve about this real quick. I have friends who will sometimes say to me, they'll be like, oh, I love that new bit. And I'm like, that's on my album in 2018.
Yeah.
And I secretly get a little upset. So
Now-
if my wife did it,
Yeah.
I might think about hanging myself.
But your wife doesn't come and see you as much as comedians do.
Right, but my wife's not a comedian. Your wife's a comedian, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I got you.
Like, I would imagine that might sting a little bit.
Nah, my wife doesn't watch me.
That's fun. That's a weird dynamic. Not weird dynamic. It's a dynamic I don't understand having.
I enjoy it because I know her laugh very well. So if I hear it in the room, it's an extra bonus.
Does it make you?
Makes me feel very good.
Really? When you make
Yeah.
your wife laugh?
I know she thinks I'm funny.
Of course.
But we don't. She's not always in the room when I'm trying stuff out. But if I hear her laugh, that's an extra gold star on that set.
That's so sweet.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah. I don't know. I hope she feels the same way. But
I think I do. When I make my wife laugh on stage,
and you hear it,
if I see her laughing, I do get excited.
Oh,
I
yeah.
go, oh, I made her laugh.
I'll get so excited I'll call it out.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why I get extra phlegmy on that, but yeah, I'll be like, oh, that's the woman I'm marrying.
Aw.
Yeah.
I always say, that's the woman I'm cheating on.
And then another girl laughs, you go, and that's the one.
And that's her sister. I've been banging my wife's sister for a while now, but neither listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
My wife doesn't have a sister. That's a fun gag that I could keep doing. I could keep bringing up fucking my wife's sister,
Yeah.
and then I don't get in trouble.
I
because
can't
it's
do
not
that.
real.
She has
Caitlin's
two
a sister?
sisters.
Really?
Two
Are they
sisters.
single? are
Neither
they-
of them are single, and they're both wonderful women.
Wow, and I'm not single either, so it works out for everybody. This adultery bit, I'm really just driving it into the ground.
I think the longer it gets, the worse it sounds. Like a fart.
It's also that's hilarious. I started on Caitlin's podcast. I made some stupid joke on your latest podcast.
Yeah.
About cheating, and I went, well, "This is fun. I think I'll do this for the rest of my career."
And how did she react?
She reacts the same way. She laughs and goes, "Gregory,
Oh yeah.
Gregor, don't say that."
So that's whenever I hit on my wife,
Yeah.
she'll go, Steven. I'm hitting on her, and she goes, Steven.
That's what my wife says when I'm hitting her.
Oh my god.
Are you timing Steve's poop?
No, Sam's calling me.
He's calling you. No toilet paper? Well, if this is crazy that he's calling you, because then what, I just do the podcast by myself?
Can you put me on speakerphone?
You're on speaker, and guess what? It does come out of the ear part.
It doesn't.
It totally doesn't come out of the ear part.
What'd you say?
You guys are laughing a lot while I'm in here. Did it get better while I went to the bathroom?
I can hear you pushing.
No, we're fake laughing because neither of us enjoy each other's company.
Why are
We
you
could
sp-
also pause the podcast until you come out.
No, I think this is a good bit.
Is it? That's
He's taking a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit. I'm taking a big bit.
Ask him if I could drink from his water.
Can we have some of your water?
Yeah, you can have some of my water.
I'm so thirsty.
I bet you he's more dehydrated than you, Greg.
All right. Oh, I took a poop that was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so good.
How bad was it?
It was. You ever do one and it was solid and it was good.
Excuse me.
Hilarious. I hope they picked up on the microphone.
That will be the second episode that I've done that joke.
That's all right. Your callbacks are trucks honking and it's a fart, and my callbacks are
Adultery.
my marriage is in jeopardy. This
Sam, is it coming out okay?
Every time my wife. Oh wait.
I gotta go.
Well, go ahead.
Every time I say something rude to my wife,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that might not have been good, I go, this is Jeopardy, because my marriage is in jeopardy.
That's funny. So every time you're mean to your shinny nine, you
Shinny nine. Imagine that was the speaker they were using for the thing, just not even the microphones.
yeah.
Also, look at this. Look how the camera must. I don't think you can see my face.
I don't know if you can see me.
No one knows really. Is it a wide lens? Oh, Derek is high as a fucking Bangkok child.
Are they
through in the
high?
air? I don't know. That reference didn't make sense. Sometimes just start talking. What, Derek?
Did you ever see Follow That Bird?
It is?
Did you ever see Follow That Bird?
Are you kidding me? I live my life.
Sesame
I follow
Street
that
movie?
bird. Yes.
God, that was the best.
It was a little too sad though when he's blue. Remember when he?
I loved it. I
When
loved
he's-
every part of that movie.
It's just so sad.
We should all, that should be a Patreon. We all watch Follow That Bird.
I'm so blue. Didn't he
Oh,
sing
it was so good. He was a prisoner.
He was a prisoner. They killed
Did anyone come?
What?
He was supposed to be like a prisoner that they put on shows with him. Did people come to see it?
Well, he wasn't a prisoner. He was a big blue bird, but he was in a cage.
That's what I'm saying. They took him
Right.
at one point to be like this act that they were going to have in their circus.
Yeah. And no one came to the circus.
I don't think anyone came to the circus, and I don't think they had any other acts.
No. Comes in this giant bird we spray painted blue, who was already wildly yellow.
Yeah.
Enough. Also, you're not going for the color. You're
Yeah.
going for this is a 19-foot tall bird
That can speak.
that can speak and sing and dance.
Man, I loved it. I loved that Cookie Monster ate the car.
I kind of don't remember.
They were Cookie Monster was my jam.
Yeah.
And my cookie. And he was eating the car they were driving to save Big Bird, and
so
he
hungry.
can't fight his urges enough to not eat the car that they're driving.
That's like me, but with masturbating. I'm in the back seat touching myself. When I
They're like, we got to save Sam. He can't stop pooping. And you're like, I'm going to be back here for a little bit.
one of my favorite memes ever is a Cookie Monster looking looking through a sad window.
Yeah.
And it just says, "Without cookies, I'm just a monster." So funny. I love a good meme.
I haven't had cookies in a little while. I want a cookie.
Also, if you think we're not docking Sam's pay for not being here for part of this episode,
Yeah.
how are we going to save this episode if you're shitting 90% of it?
You were so cool.
He
with
had a
it.
great bit, though. He called. That was
Yeah.
smarter
That's
than any of us
Yeah.
gave him credit for.
Also, let me tell you, I don't
You
believe
sound like I'm a fucking moron.
I don't believe anything I say ever has any meaning.
You were like, go in there. It's fine. We're totally
Yeah.
fine. And now you're fucking coming at me with this aggro energy? Yeah.
I got to tell you, when I came here
I have
earlier,
problems.
I was the first one here, and I went in there to pee, and there was already a poop in the toilet.
No. Derek?
Derek?
Did you pre-poop the bathroom?
So that's a poop from yesterday?
Let's face it. The amount of comedians that come in and out of here that are just animals, respectfully.
There
Derek.
is someone that
Respectfully.
pooped in there and didn't flush, and I peed on their poop.
You
All
pee
right,
on that
that's
poop?
on you. Why don't you flush it?
No, it's not my job to flush it.
No, you flush it first and then you pee.
No, why? That's 2 flushes. You get 1 flush.
If I open a toilet and I see that there's shit already in there, priority number 1, getting it out of there. And
No,
I
I
take a ladle.
Yeah, what if you put... Yeah. I'm with Sam.
Thank you.
Right. I don't usually like to be.
Hey,
I got, man, that ladle.
Ladle.
I love that.
Ladle. So do we just ring the bell for anything now?
yeah,
I think
you're
it's-
making the bell meaningless. All right?
I'm making the bell.
Yeah.
He ringed it 14 times.
That's
before
true.
That's the kiss me bell, and I need to kiss him, and I forgot. So
it's-
now I owe you some kisses.
It's not the kiss me bell. It's the vulnerability.
Vulnerability.
That's this one. That's this one. The pink one is the kiss
No,
me
they're
bell.
the same. So that we
I
all
gotta
have
tell you, if
access to this-
anybody that ends up listening to this show is a craftsman, they should make we would love a bell that says vulnerability.
A craftsman? You mean just owns a P-Touch?
A what?
A P-Touch.
P-touch?
Yeah, you type it in.
That's what you do in the back seat when I'm going to save Sam.
I touch my P. It's a label maker, P-Touch.
What?
I gotta tell you, I feel
No, I want a bell that's got all this on it, but it says vulnerability.
Yeah. Derek! Look up P-Touch.
What's P-Touch?
A P-Touch is a little machine.
It's a label maker.
Yeah.
But a
Yes.
label
Say
maker,
label maker.
is just something you stick onto the bell.
Yeah.
No, I
He
don't
wants
want
it. He wants as like a
To
spray
paint it?
paint design, like Ring for Grandpa. But it says vulnerability.
All right.
I
Will-
can make a label
Then why don't you?
because I've had the idea just now.
Oh, all right, pretty good. I like it.
I feel energized. I think I realized what my problem was.
The
Yeah,
poop
you-
was weighing you down?
Yeah, maybe.
Don't weigh me down.
What if the poop? What if you pooped? Now stay with me. This is crazy.
Don't weigh me down. Poop. Don't weigh me down.
What if you pooped and there was a little note in the poop that said, "Help, I'm stuck in here." What do you do?
Help, I'm stuck in
You ate me. You ate me weeks ago.
Please, I'm in your body. I'm God.
God.
I think my first reaction is I'd be surprised the hamster made it that long.
Oh man, that's
Camera
great.
one, did you get that?
That's a clip.
Did you pick that up, camera one?
It is. It's meaningless. It's meaningless. I'm
It's
sorry.
meaningless. It's not. It's meaningful. Meaningful. That's not a word.
Yes, it
I've
is.
never said anything meaningful about it.
I'm meaningless full now. I'll tell you what.
I don't want to. I don't want to kill myself as much as I've ever wanted to right now.
Why?
Because
This
that
is
bit-
going good. We saved it from your phone bit.
he did.
Yeah, mine phone bit came to save the day.
Greg, I love the phone. I'm the one that said I'm not going to defend it anymore because I think it's great.
I'll tell you this. Grove 34, that sign, you got to, it says, oh, never mind, I see it. I thought it said just Grove 3, and I said, you forgot the 4, but it's behind my jacket.
Yeah.
Shout out to Grove 34 for having us here
Yes.
and not charging us. Now they have to
And
not
the
charge
headphones.
us. Now they can't charge us.
All right, we're probably about halfway through. Let's just reiterate really quick. Once again, this is Save Our Podcast.
If you're still listening.
The
I love we do this on the
goal-
nines.
The goal, I do it. The goal is to get to 10,000 listeners and/or a couple other metrics, but that's the big one. Before 6 months has passed since the release of the first episode, share the podcast. Tell your friends. Tell your lovers.
And I'll say this.
And you'll. Oh, here we go.
If we don't get 3,000 subscribers by next episode,
Jeez, oh.
I'm going to throw Steve's cat off a building.
Which
Which one?
Both. Tied together
Like a bolus.
like a bolus.
Man,
Yeah. And you think I'm joking? I've murdered so many cats in my life.
I love
The
my
law
cats.
doesn't even care. It's so hard to get. You think it's hard to get like sexual assault charges brought up? Try getting me on murdering cats. Even harder. No one seems to like this joke. I could see why.
I love my
There was
cats.
a sexual assault bit in there. There was Steve killing Steve's cats.
Yeah.
A lot of things people don't want to jump on and laugh.
Let's do.
I love your cats
Let's
too.
do the post-op on that riff.
We should do an entire ESPN style recap show on that bit,
Yeah.
but for the Patreon.
What's the ESPN segment where the guy just goes, "Whoa!" Isn't there a thing?
I wish I knew.
There's a guy. My
a comic
dad
book
will
guy.
know. My dad will be able to actually dissect what I'm saying and know what
Rick?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But there's like I remember it's a football segment. It's the older guy. He's bald.
Terry Bradshaw?
I know Skip
No, it's
Bayless.
not Terry. I know Terry's name. What?
Skip Bayless?
It might be
I
Skip
think Terry
Bayless.
Bradshaw's on Fox, actually.
But it's a guy, and then it's just a thing, and then he goes, "Whoa."
There isn't. Let me tell you this, Steve. Steve, there isn't an alternate universe Greg. There's not a single Greg in any of the infinite dimensions
That knows what I'm
knows
saying.
what you're talking about. And I'm okay with that.
Maybe he goes whammo. Or
Oh,
some-
that's from
Is that a thing?
Anchorman.
That's from Anchor.
Whammy!
No, it's not that though. But I know what you're saying. Oh, damn it! There's a guy on
Did you drink out
ESPN.
of this?
I did. You said I could.
It tastes different.
Yeah, because I licked it. I put my tongue in.
That was a bit. I was trying to make a.
What? I yes handed you. Why
No,
are you
you-
mad? You're the one who had to poop. Take your uncomfortable hood off. Okay, love you. You're so funny, and I love your glasses.
Okay, thank
Steve's on the phone having a good time. Hey, who's the guy from
What
Anchorman?
the fuck are you doing right
I'm
now?
answering someone that keeps calling me.
Who's the
I'm
guy?
telling them to stop.
Who's the guy?
Who is it that keeps calling you?
The guy from ESPN.
Who's the guy who says whammy?
That's
it's Champ
what's
Kind.
his name?
It's David Koechner's character in
David
Anchorman.
Koechner,
Now I want to bring this to the
who
group.
I met.
I heard he's a great guy. Was he
Oh.
great to you? Medium.
He wanted to give my friend a guest spot.
Well, your friend's not very funny,
He wouldn't give your friend
Yeah.
a gift?
but that's understandable.
Yeah, but then he hung out with us all night.
So it's a win.
What?
Wait,
I don't know.
Was he racist?
Can-
He hung out with you all night?
I don't know. I don't like this.
What would you rather do? Get a guest spot or hang out with David Koechner all night?
Guest
I'd rather
spot.
hang out with.
Guess, but
I'd rather hang out with. Really?
Yeah.
With Champ Kind?
I'm all right.
5 minutes of stand up instead of hanging with someone who met Lou Ferrigno, maybe? I couldn't think of Will Ferrell's name, so I said Lou Ferrigno.
that's your next jump from Will Ferrell.
Gonna get it.
Who's that guy? It's Lou Ferrigno. Will Ferrell. That's
No, I'd rather do the 5 minutes.
Really? So I've never given you a guest spot, so that means we're not friends?
What? Where's this coming from?
Because you'd rather have a guest spot than be a friend.
No, he's not.
that's-
David Koechner is not my friend. If it was, would you rather do 5 minutes or hang out with Greg? I'd be like, well, do I have new stuff?
Or hang out with Greg.
What, well, I can make this. What about hanging out with Greg and doing 5 minutes of new stuff to me?
I would
On
do that.
stage?
No, in a closet, and I judge every joke with a score of great to the best.
Okay, it sounded sexual. Like you do stuff to me. Like you get 5 minutes in a closet to like.
Ooh, 5 minutes with Greg? That's a new Patreon tier. $1,000, 5 minutes
$1,000, 5 minutes with Greg.
in a closet, no touching.
No touching.
10,000 touch.
Well, the classic kids game is called 7 Minutes in Heaven. So what is your time in a closet with Greg?
Excuse me. If you get 5 minutes in a closet with me,
Yeah.
what are you allowed to do? How much for $1,000?
And there's no touching.
Try to think of a fun rhyme. 7
You-
Minutes in Heaven.
11. Nothing rhymes with 7.
Greg, I guess.
What?
What?
This episode's falling down the stairs.
Yeah, like my wife when our third kid was about to be born. That's why we only have 2, because I threw her down the stairs to not have a child. This joke is not going well. I'd like to ring the bell and
What
get out of
happened
this.
to us?
We were doing all right. Something just happened to
Maybe
us.
they don't. Maybe they shouldn't save this podcast.
No, save our
No!
podcast.
Maybe
Don't
they're
say it.
right.
I wish we had active phones so they could save our bits.
Save
okay.
this bit.
I love you.
I know. Me too. I love you. Thank you.
You're worth it.
I love a horrible joke.
It's not your fault.
Oh,
That's my favorite
What
thing
are
to
you doing?
do.
I'm doing the Good Will Hunting thing.
I know. I was also doing it.
Oh, sorry. It's not your fault.
Stop it. What are you doing?
It's not your fault.
Come on.
It's not your fault.
Speaking of the mic.
It's not your fault.
All right.
It's not your fault.
There it is. It's not my fault. Anyway. All right. What else do we have to talk about?
Well, we should reiterate that we are trying to get Conan to be on this podcast, and I think we shouldn't have any guests until we have Conan.
No, that's a dude. We'll never have guests.
That's the joke.
Well, Chris Gethard, I could call him. I think he's been on Conan. Maybe he can get us closer to Conan.
All
Should
right.
we call him
so
next
we're on
week?
Conan watch. We have to get like people associated with Conan.
Yeah. Who do you know who may have met Conan? Nate Bargatze may have met Conan, and I know you haven't opened for him yet. So I would say go for it. I probably know Nate better than you do. I could.
You do know Nate better than me.
Yeah.
I've hung out with him once.
It's 6 degrees of separation, but for Conan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who do you know that knows Conan? Does anyone know Andy?
No.
no.
I know Jesse Pop, who used to write on Conan, but I haven't talked to him
I
in
know
10
Gary
years.
Goldman.
Does he know Conan?
He's been on Conan a bunch of times.
Yeah, that guy's horrifying.
You're afraid of Gary?
No, I love Gary, but he's very big and he's very strong. So I'm always
Yeah.
afraid if I say the wrong word,
He'll squish you.
He could turn. He could turn on me because I only like.
He's
to
a
talk.
gentle giant.
He is gentle, but he's still got the ability to crush me.
Yes, he's got big hands.
So I don't want to turn him off.
Let's turn him on.
Or, okay, what about this? What if we challenge Conan? What if we challenge Conan to something? Because people can't turn away a challenge.
Oh, that's a
Oh.
good idea.
Call him a coward. Call him out. Maybe
Yeah.
do a basketball game.
Conan, your hair sucks now. Mine's better.
Wait, are any of you good at guitar? Because he's good at guitar.
I could say I'm good at guitar, and then he'll get here to play me, and then I'll just lose. But we already got him, so we win.
Yeah.
We-
Challenge you to a shred fest.
Shred Fest.
Shred.
Out shred us.
Yeah.
He'll shred on the
Gotta
guitar.
have
I'll
the
shred
best
lettuce.
guitar contest in the land. Who do we get? Probably Conan O'Brien.
I get my dad to play. My dad can play good as hell.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, who's smaller than Conan that we can get? Maybe a starter.
Like an appetizer?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, too much dead air.
I know. It's okay. It's okay. People are just listening. I'll bring up one of my ideas. This says, saw a guy dressed like Michael Jackson I said, Thriller, what's up? He went, I'm just a man. Which actually sounds like a great Michael Jackson song. This is a true story. Can I tell you what that means?
What's it mean?
I think we got all of it, but go
All
ahead.
right. I was in Vegas and I saw a guy dressed like Michael Jackson. And I went, yo, man, Thriller, what's up? And he went, I'm just a man. And I went, well, that sounds like a Michael Jackson song. I said that in my head. But he was a man who looked like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's
But he
on
wasn't.
that guy.
He was just dressed like Michael Jackson.
Did he have on one glove?
No.
Okay.
Just a leather
In
jacket.
what way was he? Oh, so he just had a leather jacket.
Was it even red?
No, it was black leather jacket. And he had curly hair.
Oh,
He
did
looked
he
more
look
like-
like Michael Jackson outside of that?
You sure it wasn't Lionel Richie?
He was a white guy who had like a jerry curl. He had
Okay.
a black leather jacket.
Okay.
And he had a shirt that said, I'm Michael Jackson.
Soul
Don't
Glow.
ask me about it. What?
Soul Glow.
Soul Glow. Yeah.
Wow, thanks for the assist.
I got in my head and
That's an ambulance coming to save this episode.
I'll say this. Every single episode, there's an ambulance outside.
No, this is the first episode there's been an ambulance.
Really? Because there was a fire truck last episode.
No.
Well, some kind of horn.
Are you farting? Oh, it's the couch.
Yeah, it's the couch. I got all my farts out just now in the form of shit.
All right. There's another one. There's another one.
I'm telling you, someone called 911 on this app.
Whoa, there's a guy outside running. Of course you missed him. He was running. There's no way you were going to catch that.
What was he running from something or just jogging?
He was running with some kind of stretcher and a bleeding woman. No, he was.
Are you serious?
No, he was a UPS guy. He had some kind of push cart. I don't know why he was running. It's not that important of a deal. Oh my God, I gotta go.
What?
Is there anything you want to plug?
Wait, what's happening right now? You have to go?
No, I don't think I have to go.
Oh, we got the high sign.
Did
Oh,
we?
we did?
Yeah.
We did.
All right. Okay, we need to get
We got to end on a high note.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try this one. This isn't a boat. This is a thing I wrote down. I'm not confident.
Just say
in
it. 3, 2, 1,
porn
go.
star gave me her fleshlight.
A porn star gave you her fleshlight.
Yes, of her.
Define her. Oh, like it's molded.
Yes, after her. So I kind of think that's funny because
You know her?
No, I did a show with her about 5 years ago.
What's the name of the porn
Lisa
star?
Ann.
Oh, yeah.
Lisa Ann. I did a show with her. I don't know, maybe 8 years ago now, like a long time
She
ago.
used to do. There was that show, Paid or
That's the
Pain,
show.
and she was the dominatrix.
I did that show.
Yeah.
I just did time on that show, and she gave me her fleshlight, and I thought it was kind of funny. It's like, hey, you can have sex with me, but I won't have sex with you.
That's funny.
Is that kind of funny? Yeah. You know, she's kind of like, yeah, you can definitely have sex with my vagina, but I don't want any part of your penis.
Yeah, I do that to people, but it's my ear. I'm like, you can talk to me, but I'm not really listening.
Give him a fake ear.
Yeah.
Made of chocolate. Just in case they're hungry too.
Wait, you give them the ear so they can talk to the ear?
Yeah.
It listens just as well as
So
Steve
wait,
does.
I can't
what
give you
part
that
of-
ear back.
What part of her is the thing?
What do you think, man?
It's her. Steve. It's
Hand?
It's.
No, Steve, he's so clean and so innocent.
You know what part it is.
No, because aren't there multiple?
It's a fleshlight, brother.
But I've heard that there's different holes that you can get.
Yeah, there's a
you
bu-
can collect them all.
Gotta catch 'em all.
It's her vagina. It's her vagina.
Oh, it's her
Catch
vagina.
those hoes.
Gotta catch those holes.
Yeah.
Have you ever?
What?
Come on.
Are you serious?
Whispered into it.
First of all,
Hello.
I'm not asking, are you serious? Like, have I done? I mean, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I've plugged this thing into, I told you, man, I've plugged this thing into bins. I put it into my couch, a hole in my couch like this, and I put my VR on, and I have sex with the couch.
Now, when you do the VR, is it a different woman or is it always her?
And I've never done with her because VR is limited in what they have, but I'm definitely sure my wife has walked in on me. I'll tell you this.
Really?
Well, how could she not have? I do it so much.
You do it when she's home?
She's sleeping. She goes to bed.
Yeah.
I will say this. This is a true story.
Did you give her a bell?
She should have a bell. I put a thing in front of the door so she can't come in, but God knows. Then I found out, I forgot this the other day. Our baby monitor switches from the baby to the living
Oh.
room. And I went, what is this? And she goes, yeah, it automatically switches. So I went, you've definitely seen me on the baby monitor having sex with the couch. Definitely.
Did you say that?
That's-
Did you ask her?
I don't know if I can bring it up. I don't know if I can just be like, hey, have you ever? Because if I do, I'm outing myself. Have you ever seen me fuck the couch? And she's gonna go, no. What are you talking about? And now we need a new couch.
Or she does, and she goes, yes, and I love you anyway.
That's real love.
Yeah.
She didn't. The fact that I am not divorced shows my wife went, I've seen my husband fuck a couch and never even flinched. Just went, yeah, I love him all the same.
And anyone that's been divorced, that's why.
It's always because divorce only ends because you will fuck a couch. So if you're looking to up your game, guys, get a fleshlight, jam it right in here in between the couch, then have sex with the couch. You'll be married one day, and then you'll see what this is all about. Because what happens when you get married is wives' vaginas go, see you later, and they get on a bus to Bayonne, New Jersey.
Bayonne.
And that's where all vaginas live.
I think it'd be funny if, a flag came out and said bang.
Or a note that said, hey, I'm stuck in here. Help me out. That'll do it for us, folks.
All right, that's episode 3.
Wait, do we have homework?
Yeah,
to save our podcast?
We did. We said it.
What is it?
You got to call a radio show.
Oh, yeah.
And or your mom or someone and record yourself going, Goosalini Goopalini.
Yes.
That's
All
your
right.
homework. Best one gets a gold chain.
All right. There's a lot of gold chains going around.
I mean, one gold chain an episode. I can afford that.
Okay.
Ready?
All right. Sign
yeah,
off.
yeah.
To
10,000 and beyond.